BTS's Day 1 concert at Rogers Stadium in Toronto became an unforgettable night as heavy rain swept across the venue, creating challenging conditions for both the members and ARMY. Despite the downpour, Taehyung and Jungkook appeared determined to give fans the performance they had been waiting for, refusing to let the difficult weather overshadow the excitement of the night. As the rain continued to fall, the two members were seen performing with remarkable energy on stage. Their outfits and hair were visibly affected by the wet conditions. Yet Taehyung and Jungkook continued singing, dancing, and interacting with the audience as if the weather could not stop them. For many fans, their commitment made the atmosphere feel even more emotional and special. The moment also highlighted the strong connection between BTS and ARMY, instead of allowing the rain to become the focus of the concert. Taehyung and Jungkook appeared to keep pushing forward, seemingly determined to make sure the fans could enjoy every possible moment. Their smiles, powerful performances, and continued stage presence became a memorable part of the Toronto night. Fans watching from the stadium reacted emotionally, praising the members for continuing to perform despite the difficult conditions. Social media quickly filled with reactions describing the rainy concert as one of those unexpected moments that can turn an ordinary performance into a memory ARMY may never forget. And as Taehyung and Jungkook continued giving everything they had under the pouring rain, one question remained in the minds of fans. Could this unexpected weather turn BTS's Day 1 in Toronto into one of the most unforgettable nights of the entire tour? As heavy rain poured over Rogers Stadium, thousands of ARMY refused to let the weather steal their long-awaited night. The stadium lights cut through the dark, rainy sky as countless light sticks continued glowing across the crowd. Despite the difficult conditions, the atmosphere remained electric, with fans singing, cheering, and holding on to every second of BTS's Day 1 performance. Amid the downpour, Taehyung and Jungkook continued to command the stage with remarkable energy. The rain left the stage visibly wet and their outfits soaked, but neither appeared willing to let the challenging conditions stop the show. They continued singing and dancing, maintaining their performances while the audience watched in awe. What made the moment even more emotional was the contrast between the harsh weather and the determination coming from both the stage and the crowd. Every movement became more challenging on a wet stage, yet Taehyung and Jungkook continued performing with the same intensity. Their persistence gave the night an unexpected sense of drama, turning the rain into part of the concert's unforgettable atmosphere. For ARMY inside Rogers Stadium, the scene was more than just a concert in the rain. It became a shared experience between the performers and the audience, with thousands of fans refusing to leave, and the members continuing to give their best despite the conditions. The louder the rain seemed to become, the louder the cheers from the crowd echoed through the stadium. And as Taehyung and Jungkook continued performing beneath the pouring rain, fans were left with a powerful image they may remember for years. BTS on stage, ARMY in the crowd, and an entire stadium glowing through the storm. Could this unexpected rainy night become one of the most unforgettable moments of BTS's Toronto Day 1? Even as heavy rain continued to fall over Rogers Stadium, ARMY showed no intention of letting the weather end their night. Thousands of fans remained in place, singing along to BTS's songs and repeatedly chanting the members' names. The sound of their voices, cutting through the rain, created an emotional atmosphere that made the stadium feel anything but quiet. Across the venue, countless light sticks continued glowing through the darkness and falling rain, creating a breathtaking sea of purple-like light throughout the crowd. Wet clothing, umbrellas, and rain-soaked seats could not stop fans from celebrating. The contrast between the storm above and the bright ocean of light below made the Toronto night look almost cinematic. As Taehyung and Jungkook continued performing, fans also appeared to notice moments when the two seemed attentive to each other amid the difficult conditions. At certain points, they appeared to check on each other while moving across the wet stage, creating brief but meaningful moments that caught the attention of the audience. Those small gestures became even more noticeable because of the circumstances surrounding them. With the rain making every movement more challenging, Fans were naturally watching closely for signs that the members were doing okay. Taehyung and Jungkook nevertheless continued performing, maintaining their energy while the crowd responded with even louder cheers. By the end of the moment, the rain had become more than just part of the weather. It had become part of the memory. ARMY continued singing beneath the storm. Thousands of lights illuminated the stadium, and Taehyung and Jungkook kept giving their all on stage. With everyone refusing to give up, could this rainy Toronto night become one of those unexpected BTS memories that ARMY will talk about for years? As heavy rain continued to pour over Rogers Stadium, Taehyung and Jungkook appeared determined to keep the energy alive on stage. Their determination gave fans the impression that they were determined not to let the weather ruin ARMY's long-awaited night. Without claiming to know exactly what was going through their minds, their continued performance became an emotional reminder of how much the concert meant to everyone inside the stadium. The rain grew heavier, but the energy inside Rogers Stadium seemed to grow even louder. Every beat, every chorus, and every cheer appeared to push back against the storm. ARMY continued singing along despite being soaked, while thousands of glowing light sticks transformed the rainy venue into a breathtaking sea of lights. Taehyung and Jungkook continued, delivering their performances despite the increasingly difficult conditions. The wet stage and rain-soaked outfits could have changed the atmosphere completely, yet the two continued moving, singing, and engaging with the crowd. For fans watching from the audience, their persistence made every moment feel even more meaningful. The emotional power of the night came from the contrast itself, rain falling relentlessly from above while the stadium remained filled with music, voices, and light. Rather than allowing the storm to silence the audience, ARMY seemed to respond by cheering even louder. Their reactions created an atmosphere where the performers and fans appeared to encourage each other through the difficult weather. By then, the rain was no longer simply a backdrop to the concert. It had become part of the story. Taehyung and Jungkook continued giving their best, while ARMY refused to let the storm take away their long-awaited experience. And as the lights continued shining through the rain, one question remained. Could this extraordinary night in Toronto become one of the memories ARMY will treasure most from BTS tour? For many ARMY gathered at Rogers Stadium, this was not simply another night at a concert. Fans had spent significant time preparing for the long-awaited opportunity to see BTS perform live, with some appearing to have traveled considerable distances or waited for hours before the show. That anticipation made the arrival of heavy rain feel like an unexpected test of their determination. Yet when the rain began falling harder, the crowd did not simply disappear. Fans continued standing together, singing along to BTS's music and cheering whenever Taehyung and Jungkook appeared on stage. Thousands of light sticks continued illuminating the darkness, creating a striking contrast between the storm overhead and the glowing crowd below. For those who had waited so long for this moment, the weather seemed unable to erase the excitement. Some fans were visibly soaked, while others tried to protect themselves from the rain. But the atmosphere inside the stadium remained remarkably energetic. Every cheer seemed to carry the message that the night they had been waiting for was still worth experiencing. Taehyung and Jungkook's continued performances added another emotional layer to the scene. As the rain continued to fall, they kept performing and engaging with the audience, while ARMY responded with increasingly loud cheers. The difficult conditions transformed what could have been an ordinary concert moment into something far more dramatic and memorable. And as the rain showed no sign of letting up, the entire stadium appeared caught between a powerful storm and an even stronger determination to keep celebrating. ARMY had waited for this night. BTS continued giving their all, and the lights kept shining through the downpour. With the rain refusing to stop, could this unexpected storm become the very thing that makes BTS Toronto Day 1 unforgettable?